So I thought I'd do a quick video about rear end ratios, transmission ratios, and their relation to your tire size, and then what you get for your mile per hour at any given RPM. So anyway, there's an equation here to find your mile per hour, and it's your engine RPM times 60 times, or divided by rather, your axle ratio times your tire revolutions per mile times your tranny ratio. So basically, say you would have 2200 RPM times 60 divided by 373, which is your axle ratio, times 1, which we'll say that's probably fourth gear and a 5-speed transmission, and times your revolutions per mile. And when I run that through, again, probably in fourth gear with a 373 rear end at 2200 RPM, that comes out to roughly 55 miles per hour. Now the trick to this is figuring this tire revolutions per mile accurately. So what you can do really is put in any tire. So say we have a 285 70 15. So the equation is your tire size divided by 25.4 times your aspect ratio times 2 plus your wheel diameter. Now what that is put into the equation here is 285 divided by 25.4, and that brings you to 11.22. Now times 0.70, not 70, but 0.70, and that gives you 7.854. Now you multiply that by 2, and that gives you 15.7, and you add 15, which is obviously your R15 here. So you add 15, that comes to 30.70. Now that's your tire height, roughly. So then you would put that into then you have to figure out the circumference, which isn't too bad. It's just pi times your height there. So that brings me with this 285 tire to 96.4468. Well, then that needs to convert to revolutions per mile. So, and that's what we're really aiming for here. So that's basically your tire circumference in inches divided by 12 to give you a circumference in feet. So obviously that'd be your number up there, your 96.4468 divided by 12, and that gives you 8.037. Now what you need to do next is, and what you do there is you take your how many feet you have in a mile, which is obviously 5,280, and then you divide it by your tire circumference in feet, and that gives you, which is your previous, your 8.037. Now that gives me my 656.94 that I plugged into my equation. So that's pretty much how it's done, if that can be followed. Now an easier way to do this is, I got sick of doing that, so I just made an Excel program where, let's give this 2200, enter. So basically what I have over here is my transmission ratios, and this is for a 411 gear set, and my tire selection, which is a 285 70 15. And then when I just put in my engine RPM, it spits back out to me what I'm doing in each of those gears at that RPM. Now this is relatively helpful so that you know what your car is doing at certain gears, and I guess if anyone wants this and shoots me a message about it,